Hey, it's Sharon May. I'm coming to you live from the UK, and I'm passionate about helping people to look and feel their best. And I also help busy mums to build an online business around their families and their careers. And today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips on how to start out by doing a Facebook Live. So if you're a little bit nervous, you've never done one before, you don't really know where to start, I just thought, why don't I share what I know? I'm by no means an expert, but I'm happy to share what I've actually done. Sorry, I can't see who's hopping on. I would love to say hi and ask where you're coming in from. So if you do hop on and you can see me and hear me okay, please say hi, say hello, let me know where you're actually watching from. It really does help me. So yeah, today I would like to share with you, like I say, I help people to build an online business, and the way to do that, or the best way to do that at the moment, I know things change from day to day, is by doing Facebook Lives. Now this is so much better than actually doing videos and then uploading them to Facebook, because Facebook love them, and it actually gets more eyeballs, more audience onto your opportunity or what it is you're sharing. It might be just your lifestyle. You might be giving value, content to people just to help them out. They might have an issue that you've been through and you want to share. But by doing a Facebook Live, you get, I think the numbers are 60% more eyeballs on you. And not only that, don't get me wrong, if you're building a business online, through Facebook, for example, it's fantastic to do your posts. Of course it is. If you stay consistent, you will be successful. However, if you choose to do Facebook Lives, it's so much more powerful, and I'll share with you why. Because the people who are watching you get to know you. So they get to know, like, and trust you. They can see you, they can hear your voice, they know what you're like, they know your personality, they know what you do on a day-to-day basis. Most of my audience will know that I'm a CrossFitter and I love everything to do with health and wellness. They know that I love yoga and meditation and cold water therapy. All of these things they already know, the people who've been following me already. Obviously I've got some brand new friends, which I'm really happy about. So thanks for watching and thanks for hopping on. I do appreciate you. So you may not know anything about me, but by doing this you can see me, you can feel the passion in my voice. You know who I am. I'm from the UK because people say I have an accent. Oh, Shells, thanks so much for joining. Hi, I appreciate the support. So good to see people hopping on. Why can't I see other people? It says 5 to 6 people and I can only see you. How bizarre is that? Anyway, drop me a like and drop me a heart if it's something that you would like to do in the future. Oh, hi, Jacinta. Where are you coming in from? Oh, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. It's great to see people during the day. I never know who's going to hop on. Anyway, let's get into the content. It's only going to be 3 tips today because I'm just going to split this up so as not to overwhelm you. So let's get straight into it, shall we? So looking at the basics, the first thing you need to do is to be prepared. I know it sounds obvious and we don't always think about it. We just think, oh, I want to go live. But prepare yourself and prepare your content. We'll get into content later on. We'll do that maybe tomorrow if I have time. Catching me from Australia. Thank you, Jacinta. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. Wow, I have an Australian audience. So number 1, prepare yourself. And what am I talking about? I'm not actually following my own advice today. I'm in a car. But what I'm talking about is find an environment that you're comfortable with. So that might be a quiet room. You might be lucky enough to have your own room that's, dedicated to your office. Fantastic. Just make sure it's not too busy behind you. You don't want people sort of, trying to see where you are in amongst everything else. So keep it simple. And you don't need any special equipment or anything like that. Great. If you want to invest in an amazing camera, go for it. But hi, Gregory. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. Let me know where you're coming in from. So yeah, you don't need any special equipment. You just need your smartphone. Most of us have a smartphone. And one little tip, which I have learnt, try and keep it on landscape rather than portrait, because if you do landscape, it takes up the whole screen, which is fantastic. If you have it on portrait, you get those weird black lines either side to fill up the screen. It's just not as aesthetically pleasing, I suppose is the word. So yeah, try and keep it on landscape. And so that's my number one. Prepare your surroundings. Make sure it's not too busy. People want to focus on you. They don't want to be looking at everything around you. So just keep it nice and simple. I'm in my car, like I said, because this is where I spend a lot of my time. I'm doing it from there today. But I do have natural light, which really helps. If you're at home and you have a window, you're lucky enough to have a window, make sure you have the window in front of you so the natural light is coming onto you. Because what you'll find is if you have a window behind you and you try and do your live, you get that funny fuzzy like silhouette thing going on, and you know, it's just not as nice, not as pleasing. Hi Neil. Oh hi Kirsten, I can see people now. Thanks for popping on and supporting me. So yeah, natural light is really important. If you're going to go outside and do it, that's fine, but just make sure that you're not, I'll come on to that in a minute, but if you're outside, just be aware of your surroundings and there's not too much going on around you. But it's great to be outside, so I'm kind of outside but in the car, got the windows open. So that's my number one. Prepare yourself, keep it in landscape mode rather than portrait mode. Either a quiet room with natural light. If you don't have natural light, why not invest in one of those ring lights? They're not very expensive. You can get them off Amazon or wherever you choose to shop. You can get the small ones that literally clip onto your phone, or you can actually get the, they're quite large and they surround your phone so your phone slots into it. But it just gives you that natural light rather than light coming behind you, which is all a bit weird. So that's my number one tip for the basic to start with. Number two, stabilization. What do I mean by stabilization? I know when we're nervous, we shake. Well, I do. Don't know about you. It's very difficult to try and do a live if you're holding your phone and you're like this because it's your first one, or you're walking, or you're, I don't know, sprinting if that's your thing. What I will say, you can hold your phone if it's going to be a very short live, or maybe you're doing an activity, and put my teeth in, an activity that you want to share with people. That's fine. You might be jumping off a, I don't know, pontoon or something, but you wouldn't want to get your phone wet, so I don't even know why I said that. But you know what I mean. So just have a stabilization. So I'm using a very cheap tripod that I just got from Amazon. I think it was like 12 quid or something. So if you don't have a tripod and you don't want to invest in one, that's fine. Just make sure where you have it is stable. Could be on a pile of books, could be on a stool, wherever. But make sure it's stable so that you're free to do all this business, because I don't know about you, but I talk with my hands and I hold my notes. So just make sure it's stable. It's far more sort of, not professional, I suppose it is a bit more professional, but if it's jiggling about, they might sort of tune out because they can't really see or hear you. So it's all about the audio, it's about stabilization. And the third one, it's very simple, but some people forget, and that is to look directly at the camera. Sounds weird, but if I talk to the phone, I'm actually looking over here, which is a bit weird, and also it feels like I'm not talking to you. Whereas if I look at you here, this is the tiny dot on the camera, it feels to the audience and to that person that I'm speaking to them. The other thing is, if you have your camera on landscape, like I suggested, always have it either at eye level or slightly above eye level. What you don't want to be doing is looking up and talking to people like this, because that makes you feel like a very small child looking up to somebody. So that's a little bit odd. So yeah, always have it kind of at eye level or slightly above. So I've got it, I think I'm sort of looking down a little bit. It's just more natural rather than looking up at people, which is just a little bit weird, and they can probably see up your nose as well. So yeah, that's my number three. So those are the three things. Oh, hi Harry, long time no see. Oh, it's so good to see you. Thanks for watching. And Neil's still on, thanks for joining me. So yeah, those are my three tips just for the basics to do a live. So if you haven't yet done a live, but you want to, let me know in the comments. Shout, I'm going to go live. Marcy, oh, Marcy's just hopped on. Thank you, my lovely. She's coming in from Texas. I hope you're well. Is it? Oh, it is that time. You're just getting up, aren't you? You caught me live, get you. So Marcy, I'm just sharing 3 top tips to get started on a Facebook Live. I'm going to leave all the things like the content and the formula and how to finish off a live tomorrow. I think I might do that tomorrow if I can fit it in. I don't want to overwhelm you. So for those people who would love to go live but never done it before, do those 3 things and just prepare yourself, and I will go over what you can say and what to do tomorrow, you know, to expand your audience, to put yourself out there. Because as I said to you before, it's great to actually post on Facebook and social media, perfect, but people want to see you, they want to hear you, they want to know what you're like, what your personality is like, what you do on a daily basis. Do you have a family? Are you married? Where do you live? I'm talking and gabbling now. I do that when I'm nervous as well, but do you know what? It really doesn't matter. You want to just keep to being yourself. Don't try and be someone you're not, because people will call you out. So I'll watch the replay to get your juicy tips. Thank you, appreciate you, Marcy. But yeah, I'm just going to recap, because that's what I'm going to teach you tomorrow, to recap in case people are hopping on. So number 1 is to prepare yourself, prepare your room, keep your phone in the landscape mode, natural light. You can invest in like a lapel mic if you want to go, you know, you can do that, but just make sure where you are, if you don't have one, is quiet. I've chosen my car because that's just where I am at the moment. I'm in between everything. I do a lot of work from my car, from cafes. If I was at home, I would choose a quiet room, just so that people can actually catch what you're saying. My number 2 was stabilization. So either make sure it's solid, your phone's not going to move around, so don't be holding it, trying to do that, not great. Just invest in a very small tripod or balance it on a bookshelf, just somewhere at the right height that's gonna you know, allow you to use your hands and do some actions. And then number 3, just make sure that you're looking at the camera, directly at the camera. Don't look at the phone, because it's weird and you're not really speaking to people. If you get direct eye contact with your audience, it's just so powerful. Thank you so much for hopping on. I can't see where you're coming from. I cannot see your name. It just says like 9 people. I'm so excited. So anyway, that's my 3 tips for today. I hope you got some value from this today. I'm excited for you to go live. I know you're not ready yet. We'll cover that tomorrow in terms of formula and content and how to finish your video professionally. I'm not professional and I don't pretend to be one, but I've done a few of these now, so I'm just sharing with you what has worked for me. I think on my YouTube channel, Sharon May, I've got about 159 videos, so just sharing what's worked for me, just to put myself out there and hopefully help you. So if you did get some value, please feel free to share or drop me some likes or some hearts, or tag some people in who you think, do you know what, yeah, let's do this together, because it's so good to put yourself out there. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you. And if you catch me tomorrow, I shall be sharing more about content and value and how to finish your videos. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.